Hustle culture is a plague, and unfortunately, it's a plague that's spread pretty far on social media nowadays. Now, there are all these motivational and inspirational pages that espouse this idea that you need to be productive as close to 24/7 as possible, and that if you're not being productive, if you're not planning for your future or working towards your future, then you're wasting your time and you should feel guilty and bad about yourself. That's stupid as hell, because here's the thing. We are here to just experience what it's like to be a human being on this tiny little planet in the vast universe. We're not here to constantly be productive and be working for other companies, helping bankers become richer and all that jazz, because that's stupid. And if you ask me, I do often wonder at times if the whole hustle culture mentality is touted by people who benefit from it, business owners and whatnot, because they're trying to trick everyone into making them richer. But who knows? Don't want to get into conspiracy theories here. But they have a bit of an incentive to do that, right? But yeah, it's unfortunate. So my whole point with making this video is I want to remind you that you shouldn't feel guilty whenever you see this kind of content. And if you ever encounter someone who makes you feel guilty, or like you're not doing enough, if you're not constantly planning for your future and being productive, just don't listen to it. It's BS. You really don't need to be constantly sacrificing the present for the future. And I do understand the importance of planning for your future and working towards the life that you desire. That is important, but you don't need to be doing that even the majority of the time. Set aside time to do that, of course, and constantly make sure you're on track to create the life that you want, so that you're not going to end up somewhere you don't want to be. But you don't need to feel like you constantly have to be productive. I mean, I'm the kind of guy where I really don't like working for other people. Like, I don't even know if I can explain in words how much I dislike doing that. I've even told close friends and family that I will likely never be as happy as I could be as long as I'm working for others, because I won't have true freedom so long as I do that. I'll be happiest when I'm finally able to create my own business, likely doing what I'm doing now, just being able to do it full time. But until then, yeah, I'll never be the happiest I could be working for others, because that's just not what I enjoy. So you shouldn't feel like you need to constantly be productive and constantly be working towards your career goals and all that jazz. It's not as important as people make it out to be. It is something you should focus on for sure. So I'm not saying never do this. That would not be the right thing to do either. What I'm advocating for is a healthy balance between the two. Plan for the future, work towards your future, but also take time to enjoy the present. If you feel like you need to be productive 24/7, I will tell you right now, you're going to waste a lot of good years of your life. Because I truly don't believe anyone on their deathbed is going to look back on years of hustling, on years of sacrificing the present for the future, and say, oh yeah, that was time well spent. Probably not. In fact, they'll probably say, I wish I would have just chilled on a patio and had a beer more often, just watch the sky and the clouds, or maybe go to the ocean and watch the waves, or go to a forest and watch the wind sweeping through the trees. Anything to just be present in the moment and enjoying it, even whether it's alone or with good company. That's what matters. It's those little things that make life worth living. If you're constantly sacrificing that to be productive and to make as much money as possible, which whenever you're doing that, you're making somebody else way richer too. So don't forget that. Unless you own your business, there's someone profiting off your efforts. So I just don't believe that's the right thing to do. And it sucks because, yeah, this is a widely marketed idea in today's world, and like I said earlier, I do wonder if there are people benefiting from this who are trying to make better workers or whatever it may be. But just make sure you don't buy into this tripe, because if you ask me, the only reason for us being here, we can never truly know why, but I think we're just here to experience this. I truly believe that that's all it comes down to. We're here on planet Earth to just experience what it's like to be a human being for maybe 80 to 100 years, and to enjoy all the insane and wonderful things that exist on this planet, or even in the universe. Like, it's pretty crazy how we're at a point in humanity's timeline where we're able to use computer models and math to figure out what a black hole looks like. And actually, we've already taken pictures of black holes. Or I think maybe we've taken pictures of one for sure. I don't know, maybe we've done more by now. But yeah, like that's crazy to think about. We're living in this point in humanity where we are able to understand some of the weirdest things in the universe. That's special. Like, just take time to enjoy being here. It's insane that we all exist. Do not waste this existence by constantly being productive. That is so stupid. You're not going to be happy on your deathbed if you go this route. And we never truly know how much time we get. So this whole idea of sacrificing the present for the future, you really need to balance it, because if you don't, and if you sacrifice good moments too often, you could get hit by a car within like the next 5 years, or some horrible accident could happen. We never know how much time we get. And if you were always sacrificing the now for the future, it wouldn't have been worth it, because you never would have taken the time to enjoy being here. So make sure you balance these things. That's what I'm advocating. I'm not saying never like work towards your future. That's certainly important. Just make sure you enjoy the present simultaneously. You can do that. It's not like it's one or the other type BS. I hate when people do that crap. Like, very few things in life are black or white. Life is gray. So you don't need to feel like you have to choose between enjoying the present or planning for the future. You can do both. All it takes is just dedicating your time, or a little bit of time, should I say, to each one. We have, most people are awake for around 16 hours every day, right? Maybe even a bit more. You could literally cut it down the middle. Take 8 hours for work and then 8 hours at home to just enjoy being here, to go watch a great movie or read a great book, to just get absorbed in these incredible ideas that other humans have had, and now they're able to visualize it for others with books and movies and music and other things. Or you could just go out in nature and get lost in it. Just enjoy the present moment, being in the beauty that this planet has. I think one of the reasons why people buy into hustle culture so much nowadays is because we're so disconnected from nature. It makes us forget our place here. When we're surrounded by these concrete jungles and all these gray buildings that look freaking awful. Like, God, there's no beauty in those freaking gray square or just geometrical buildings. Like, there's no beauty in them. So when we're surrounded by this lack of beauty, it makes it so we think that hustling is a good idea, because we don't have the beauty of nature surrounding us to say, hey, you know what? I'd rather go spend more time in there. Like, screw this concrete jungle. Let me just get lost in this forest over here. Like, oh, you want me to work this weekend for you so I can make you richer? No, I'm going to go in this forest and just maybe just bring some great food and great company and just chill for a bit. Like, you can find someone else to work this weekend. Screw you. Like, that's what we should be doing more of. But instead, people just have lost that perspective because we're disconnected from it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say in this video, guys. I truly believe that we're going to cherish some moments where we're present, where we're just enjoying nature with good friends, or even where we're just hanging out with good company, doing things where we're completely immersed in the present moment. We're going to enjoy those moments way more than the time that we spend hustling for a future that isn't even guaranteed. So it's important to balance the two of these things. Make sure you plan for the future and work towards it, but also take time to enjoy the present moment. You just never know how much time you're gonna get. So it's best to go about it in a balanced way. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed my passionate ramblings here, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to like the video and leave a comment for the algorithm, even if that comment has nothing to do with the video. Like, just let me know what your favorite tree is. Oh, no, here's a good one. Tell me what's the most beautiful place you've been to. I would love to hear that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and where am I? Oh, I've done this outro so often, and yet my brain just went blank on it. But remember, guys, we're all on this journey together. So the most important thing is that you just keep going, keep moving forward, keep working towards the future you desire while also taking time to enjoy the present. You just don't want to sacrifice the here and now for something that isn't guaranteed and then look back on your time later down the road and realize that you wasted a lot of it. It's just not worth it. So, yeah, live a balanced lifestyle. I'll see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!